Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to our latest webcast that we're bringing you from Travel Weekly as part of our Roadmap to Recovery series. And I'm joined today by Adrian Keating, who is the Commercial Director for the UK and Ireland at Air Transat. So how are you, Adrian?
Yeah, I'm good, Lucy. All good, thank you.
Well, I started there with your title saying UK and Ireland, but of course you've recently expanded your role, haven't you?
Yes, been fortunate to be given some extra responsibility from Transat and really looking forward to it. So looking after 11 markets in total now, some across Europe and some in South America. So yeah, really delighted and looking forward to the restart and getting my teeth into it.
Yeah, well, you're going to be kept very busy. And you mentioned the restart there. I know you've started, a gradual return to service at the end of July, but I think most importantly, you've got some news for us about flying back to the UK. So tell us what your plans are.
Yeah, so I'm delighted to say that we're going to start our services back to the UK from the 15th of September. It's been a really tough 6 months for the Transat family with our grounds being on the ground permanently over that period. So we fly back to the UK from the 15th of September, starting with London Gatwick, and then we'll resume operations hopefully from Glasgow and Manchester towards the end of the year. So really looking forward to that.
I bet you can't wait to get those planes back in the air. And Adrian, just tell us about the aircraft, because I believe you've got some pretty new aircraft coming back onto that route.
Yeah, so we had the opportunity pre-pandemic. We had a delivery of some new A321neo LRs. So they're brand new into our fleet, and we're lucky enough to be able to bring them back to the London route, flying with those immediately from the restart. And what we'll like to do is develop that across the whole of the network. So as with most airlines, we've had to reassess our fleet and network strategy as we come out of the pandemic, and we've retired some of our older aircraft, and we're delighted that we've been able to continuously bring in some of the Airbus A321neo LRs during the pandemic. So as we come out, we've actually got a more efficient fleet, which is great for us as an airline, but it's also great from a passenger perspective as well, and from an agent perspective when selling us, because we've got a great brand new plane to sell.
Okay, and for those of us who aren't such plane geeks as you, Adrian, you say it's more efficient, but what are the kind of USPs? What should we be looking out for in these new aircraft that are good selling points for agents?
Well, initially, from a passenger perspective, as soon as you get on board, it's a single aisle long haul aircraft. And from a passenger perspective, we're always talking about sustainability now throughout the industry. And the Airbus A3neo LR stands for long range, but what it essentially enables us to do is fly across the Atlantic at a longer range with a smaller aircraft. The engines are bigger, but they're actually more efficient than some of the older aircraft, which you'll have seen some of the legacy carriers retiring some of the bigger 747s and other aircraft with older engines. So from a technology perspective and a range perspective, this is a much more advanced aircraft, and the sustainability piece comes with that, with the engines as well. So from a customer point of view, hopefully they'll find it really comfortable, and also they'll be happy and content that it's a more fuel efficient aircraft as well,
which is so important and absolutely coming to the fore. So all right, so very exciting times ahead, and I know you're going to try and get agents to really support you and get behind this restart. So tell us what your plans are.
Yeah, so we've all had a tough time over the last few months, and as we come out of the pandemic, I'd like to try and put something into the marketplace that is a little bit more positive than we've seen over recent months, both with ours as a company, but as an industry as a whole. So we're going to relaunch our Star Rewards agent incentive platform, and we're going to use a 4-week booking period. So from the 16th of August until the 13th of September, if you book a flight with Air Transat for your customers, we'll reward you with between £10 and £20 per return booking. And you can redeem that for glamping weekends, GHD hair irons, red letter days, or just an Apple iPhone or something less glamorous. But there's a whole range of prizes that you can redeem those vouchers for. So we're delighted to announce that alongside our restart, and hopefully we'll get some bookings in.
Oh, I hope so. And it's so nice to be talking about one of those, really great agent incentives again, as you say, bringing some positivity back. And just explain to us then, say agents can earn £10 on, is that for the lower fares, and then £20 for just explain how it works.
Yeah, that's correct. So on our lower fare inventory ladder, you can earn £10 return, so £5 each way. And on the more flexible fares, you can earn £20 return, so £10 each way. So there's an incentive there as well, depending on what range of ticket that you're purchasing will depend on the level of reward.
Okay, all right. So agents watching this, get booking from the 16th of August, please. That would be good. And Adrian, you mentioned there that, the planes were on the ground for 6 months. It's been a really tough time, but I know you've been working really hard behind the scenes. And what else have you been sort of developing or planning that will help agents, when they're working with Air Transat?
Yeah, I think the last 15 months has given Transat, but also a lot of other companies within the industry, a chance to reassess their business and redevelop some areas, whereas we would never have had that pause, if you like, and probably wouldn't have welcomed it, if I'm honest. But we did have that pause, so it was only right for us to look at different areas of our business. And what we've also launched towards the back end of last year, but hasn't really come to fruition until now, is our Direct Connect agent booking portal. So what does that mean? It means that we've now got a portal that will allow agents to buy inventory directly from us. And why would an agent want to do that? Well, one reason is they'll get price parity with our web fares. A second key unique selling point is that it is also bookable outside GDS range. So typically in the GDS, you can book 11 months in advance. With the new booking portal, you can book 18 months out. That's particularly relevant for Canadian business, because we do see that, with the exception of VFR traffic, you do see people going to Canada and booking a lot further in advance than 11 months. You'll also get agency commission directly with us from the airline, and you'll be able to book ancillary items seamlessly as well, which can't be done currently with the way that we're set up in the GDS. So it won't be for everyone, and it's particularly appealing to some of our Canadian specialists, but certainly we've had a lot of interest in it, and we're hoping to grow the client base in that area as we move forward.
Okay, good stuff. All right. And then just looking ahead, I guess, Abe, I mean, what else have we got planned? I mean, I know I can see you're in your office today, which is great to see. I'm sorry, I'm at home today, but are we going to see your sales guys back out on the road? Are we going to see you at events? Are we going to see you doing more sort of trade engagement as the months go on? I know there's a bit of a crystal ball because we don't know what's going to happen, but do you feel that we've got a bit more momentum now?
Yeah, I think so. I really hope so. And I spoke to some of my team members earlier today, and they asked exactly that. And I think this is the start. And I feel, obviously we don't know, and no one can second guess after what's happened over the last year or so, but I genuinely do feel that we're turning a corner, and I really hope that I can bring the team back as soon as possible. I can be at all of the trade and events that are happening, and do as much as I can with the team and with people like yourselves and our agency partners, because I think we've all missed it. I certainly have, and the more that we can do, the better. And I think as an industry, we all want to give each other a lift and be successful together. And I think coming out of this, it will be a really opportunistic moment within the industry to do that. Because as we know, people have got savings, they've put their money into doing their houses. There's only so much you can extend your house, right? So now, hopefully, people will be booking and flying away to countries galore moving forward.
And just talking to your Canadian specialists then particularly, or perhaps looking at your own bookings for the future, do you think Canada is going to be up there on a sort of wish list for Brits as we come out of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think Canada always has been. I think what does surprise some people is the big VFR presence within Canada and the UK. So the amount of traffic that flows between the two countries for visiting friends and relatives is pretty big. So I think initially we'll be focusing on that demographic and that customer, and then beyond that we can certainly look to be booking your once in a lifetimers to go out and land in Canada and try some of the fantastic places that they have to offer. So I think, yeah, initially there'll be there'll be your VFR traffic going out to see friends and family, and then beyond that, we'll get the mix back, and we'll have to manage that as we go.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a nice problem to have, won't it? So we'll take that. We'll take that. All right. Well, look, we wish you all the best for your restart on the 15th. Sounds fantastic, and we just hope agents get behind your new Star or your reintroduced Star Awards program, which has always been fantastic. But it sounds like it's coming right at the right time for everyone. So thank you so much for your time, Aid.
Thanks, Lucy, and thanks for your support with the program.
All right. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.